Hello everyone, Chris Collins here from SCSeTools Support. Today we'll be taking a look at how to edit data that has been uploaded into SCSeTools. Currently there are two levels that actually have the ability to edit the data that has been uploaded. For the data approvers, you should be able to make those edits, as well as the technicians who upload that data. We'll go ahead and take a look at eTools here. And the first thing you want to do is make sure that you have your site selected here, so we'll be using the demo site. And then we're going to go over here to the review edit. I have some data already pre-populated here, but you set your date range and the IDs that you want to look at, and then go ahead and click on create report. Once that's been pulled up, you'll see a list of the readings that we have here. For this demonstration, we'll say that the demo 61 really should have been demo 60. It was just read incorrectly in the field. One thing to note regarding the data edits is that all of the data is editable that has been entered into the field manually. So like selecting the IDs, if there's anything like that, incorrectly selected IDs, you can correct that. And like the temperatures, if they've been manually entered, that sort of thing, you can go through and make changes to that as well. Anything that is calculated in the field, so as, for your gas composition and things like that, you will need to go through support in order to make those changes. So the first thing you'll actually want to do is in the top right hand of this section, we're going to go ahead and click on edit. As I mentioned, for the demo, we're actually going to say that this 61 here should have been 60. So we'll look at our reading here for 859. I want to double click here on the ID for 61. And once we double click, it'll actually show here everything that we're changing from and what we're changing to. For quality assurance purposes, the database does actually log what has been changed, who changed it, and what it was actually changed to. So this will be stored in a separate report that could actually be pulled up later if we ever have any questions regarding, need to know who actually made those changes and why. So once we actually have this set up, we'll go ahead and double click on the 61 here. And then this is what we're changing to. So we're going to go down here. There's a list of the different types. So if you wanted to change it to a probe, whatever, you could actually click on the drop down. If there's a different site, you could click on the drop down there and actually select the site that it should belong to. For the select new point ID, we'll go ahead and click on the drop down here, and I'm just going to go ahead and type in demo 0060, and then we're going to go ahead and select that ID. So you'll see that it went from 61 over to 60, and then there's a comment field here at the very bottom. For the comment, this is actually a required field that actually states why that was being changed. Again, just for quality assurance purposes and for that report, you can actually go through and tell why that reading was actually changed. So you'll notice that these right here actually grayed out until you enter that information in there. So for this instance, we'll just put the ID read incorrectly in the field. And then you have two options here. We have save and continue, so if you have further edits that need to be made, or we have save and exit there as well. I'm going to go ahead and click on save and exit. What you'll do, you'll notice that it actually says that the data has been successfully saved in the top right, and this bar changes over to green, which means edit mode, over to this orange collar here, letting you know that you're actually back out of edit mode. The ID and the reading and everything here, if you look at the 60 now, there is one for 859, has been moved over from 61 over to 60. So that's basically all there is to it. If you have any questions, as always, you can contact support at SCSeTools.com. as well as our phone number there, 866-612-6820, between 8 o'clock Eastern and 5 o'clock Pacific. Thanks and have a great day.